Welcome, impactful parents. Today, we're going to talk about how essential oils can support your family and help carry you through even those tough times of crisis. Hello, my name is Christina Campos. I'm founder of The Impactful Parent, and welcome to my Inspire and Learn series, where real parents come on and tell their story of inspiration and learning. Because a wise man learns from his mistakes, but a wiser man learns from other people's mistakes. And today, we're going to learn from Georgia Mulliss. Georgia is a qualified essential oil expert. She's an aromatherapist and an aroma coach. She empowers people through using essential oils and natural solutions. She has an amazing story to tell us today on how essential oils have supported her and her family, and how essential oils can help your family too. So thank you for being here.
Thank you so much. I am so excited to be here today.
Let's start with your story. How did this all begin?
So I feel like a really useful disclaimer for people is to understand I was not someone who used essential oils. I was not someone who had experienced that in my, childhood or as a young adult. So it really was the crisis that led me to essential oils. It was, picture 2017, and my family was much younger then. I had a child of 5, child of 7, and a child of 3. We had experienced death of close relatives. So someone who is a father figure to my husband, our cousin, again, very close in age, dying, leaving the family. My husband and I were, very fit and healthy, attending weightlifting, and he had a small groin strain, and he had some physio for it, and it just wasn't healing. So he went to get some surgery to repair it. And when he was at the consultants for that surgery, they said no. He had to go and take some x-rays immediately. He came down and the consultant says, I need to tell you some life-changing news. You've got severe arthritis in both your hips, and the damage and the pain level is such that you can have a replacement in both of them immediately. At the same time, these very young children, my eldest had always struggled, so had cried every single day from nursery, nanny, preschool, cried every single day, had always struggled. And my 5-year-old was mute at school and at preschool, didn't speak, spoke with me, didn't speak. By the time they were through kindergarten, they would scream. When I picked them up from school, they would scream for hours, just scream, night terrors. So the combination of this family life, we all loved each other. My husband, said to me at one point, I don't know if I can continue. I can't live like this. I don't know if our marriage can succeed. My best friend said to me, Georgia, you need to go to the doctors. You are not coping. The doctor was like, you've got anxiety, you've got depression, you're not functioning. So we were absolutely I cannot emphasize how much at crisis point we were, physically, emotionally, as a family. It was a lot. It was a lot. I had a very good friend who had stood by me and said, I've got these things and I think they could help you. And I had gone, no, I don't think so. No, I don't think so. Yeah, because like I said, I was, the person who, didn't believe in that. And because she was a very good friend, she went, okay, I get that. I'm just going to leave you with this little vial. And I was like, okay. And then a couple of weeks later, she did it again. And then I started to feel different when I smelt it. And I was like, what? This can't be true. This can't be true. And then I did it again and I kept testing it, that point where I am, that person who is healing from the shame of losing her voice, screaming at her kids, because it's really hard. Like parenting, being a mother, it can be really, really hard, especially when you don't understand what's happening. Yeah, now I understand how their brains work and I understand how my brain, and it's different, but back then I didn't understand. So even in that ignorance, these oils helped me go from like DEFCON 10 to let's figure it out 5. Yeah, at the same time, then my husband started using them on his pain. He was able to come off of prescription painkillers. He's still, 5 years later, he still hasn't had the replacements. He's really super functioning well, using the oils, using natural solutions. My kids are just incredible. Like, we can set the tone in our home, and that's what I want people to kind of have, that feeling of hope. Does that, how do you think that would, resonate? It's a lot of information, but it's the real life, isn't it? It's the real life stuff that we're going through.
That's an incredible story. And it's amazing that something so simple like adding essential oils to your lifestyle changed so much and did basically a 360 turnaround for your family. So I guess my first question is, how easy was it to implement, especially for kids? Because I know kids resist a lot of change. They resist things that might seem weird. So how did you implement any of this?
That is such a good question. So my personal philosophy is we should always seek to change ourselves first. Yeah. So instead of thinking, okay, I'm going to fix you, I go to, and this is why it's so easy to implement, is what would feel really good? What would feel amazing? So, we have a little drop of wild orange. When you open an orange and it just smells amazing, doesn't it? It's cheerful. It smells like nobody hates that. Like nobody hates that. A little drop of peppermint, super fresh, opens up the airways. Okay, so I love that. That's the vibe I set in my kitchen in the morning. Yeah, so my kids walk in and they're like, oh, it smells good in here. Yeah, so we're creating that vibe. So first of all, for me, yeah, and then we can then super easily help them figure out how they want to use the oils for themselves. So it's such simple stuff. It's like we have these little things called rollerballs. Okay, kids love oils. It was so easy with my kids because they just want to, it's like, so one of my kids is not like a tactile child, like, wouldn't touch a cucumber. Yeah, doesn't like slime or Play-Doh, but give them an oil to smell, or a potion to make, they're there with it. Another one is like the slime queen. So for her, it was like, anytime she could choose the oils to put in her slime. So it's sensory, it's olfactory. So it's, first of all, we look to put ourselves to support ourselves, and simply leaving them on the side, curious. Their natural curiosity, they can't help it. Yeah, they just can't help it. And because they're super safe, yeah, because they are, like, quite rightly so, essential oils have got quite a dangerous reputation, because the ones that are sold in grocery stores and health food stores are not essential oils. They're, basically, like some kind of synthetic nonsense in a bottle. Okay, so when you've got an actual true pure essential oil, it's an amazing tool to have to use with the kids. So rollerballs are super easy. Making little balms just with like coconut oil, like the coconut oil you have in your kitchen. Yeah, so you can get like a little double boiler, pop that in, melt that coconut oil, put a few drops of essential oil in that they've chosen. Let that go solid, and they've got a little slick that they can put on if they prefer that texture, but simply just having the diffuser going. So a diffuser is a little machine that you put some cold water in, you put a couple of drops of essential oil in, and it vibrates, silent, can't hear it. It vibrates, and that just puts all these beautiful droplets, micro droplets of essential oil in the air, cleanses the air, creates an atmosphere. It's delicious.
So I want to talk to you a little bit more about that, about real practical ways that if people are listening to this, that they could implement in their own home. You already mentioned maybe putting a little bit in like some Play-Doh for your kids to lighten up their mood. We've talked a little bit about you using them for pain for your husband. So what other practical ways can we implement this if I don't know anything about essential oils, but I'm intrigued by this conversation?
Absolutely. So, people that know nothing are the people that we love in our community. So we run a Facebook community and we teach essential oils classes every week. So, within a few weeks, you can be super empowered. Yeah. But starting off, let me paint a picture. Epsom salts and a simple drop of lavender in your, eco low tox bubble bath, you are already creating a mood. Yeah, you're helping the olfactory system, you're helping the limbic system, you're creating super calming vibes before bed. You're making the most magical bedtime ever. Yeah, just through a single drop of, for example, lavender or Roman chamomile is so beautiful with babies and children. Super safe. Again, super easy little massage before bed. So again, different kids love different things. So one of my kids loves a super firm touch. So a little bit of Chinese acupressure on their arms. So I would just put a little bit of essential oil and a little bit of carrier oil on my fingers, and then just give her a little bit of pressure massage before bed. Oh my goodness me, she loves it. My others they just love a foot and back massage. So again, you just grab the roller ball and you just rub it down the sole of their feet. And the dosage is the size of their little feet. So if they're little, they get a little roll. And if they're big, like my 13-year-old now has feet that are bigger than my feet, so he has a much bigger roll. The dosage is so easy because it's the dosage for their little bodies. Different kids love different touch, but yeah, my boys, they absolutely love a gentle foot massage. And we don't need to be masseuses. Yeah, we have the ability to care and touch our children, to use simple movements with our kids. So, a drop in the bath, a drop in the diffuser in the morning, a little rub at bedtime. When my kids, I'm a homemade mum, okay? So when my kids are around the kitchen table and the atmosphere might be getting a little bit stressy, can you imagine?
Right. House is exactly right.
Right? Like a little bit like she's looking at me and this, math is really hard. So super, super simple. There's the oils are just there and they just will grab one. Yeah, because the kids we do something called a kids collection. So they're really, really low scent profile oils because kids can, especially if you've got additional needs, they can be super sensitive to smell. So I love the kids collection for that, but they're super brightly colored as well. And they like my little girl, she couldn't even read when I got the kids collection, and she just smelled them and she was like, oh, I know what these are for. She's like, this makes me feel super excited, and this makes me feel really calm, and this makes me want to go to sleep. Like I just love that. I love that.
Absolutely fantastic that she, growing up in a home like yours, can identify what makes her, work, whether she needs sleep, calm, just, energy. It's exciting that kids can pick that out.
Do you know what? And this is what I love, because they're like little affirmations wrapped in oils. Yeah, so you can, she can grab this strong blend and she can go, I feel strong. She can just rub that all over her, She can go, I felt like I need some focus. I'm going to focus. And she can just rub the oil and she's like, I'm going to focus now on my homework. And I just, like for her to have that power and autonomy over what she wants, it's a gift, it's a gift that as adults, we are discovering, aren't we, as adults? And for her to have that just intrinsically within her from a child, never to have lost that, I love that for her.
What kind of essential oil would you recommend for parents that just have stress and anxiety? Because that's a lot of what parenting is. And we don't want to be stressed and anxious. We want to be calm. So what kind of essential oil would you recommend for them?
Yeah, so specifically for me, we have a blend called Adaptive, yeah, because it has oils in it that help us adapt to super stressful situations. Because especially since 2020, there's a lot of stuff that's happening that really is out of our control, yeah, but we can choose our reaction. And what the oils do is they give us space to choose that reaction, yeah. Frankincense is just an incredible oil at grounding us. Yeah, super, super, super grounding. If anyone has ever been to a Catholic church, they'll recognize frankincense straight away because of the resin that's found in a Catholic church. It's one of the most ancient oils. Lavender, lavender gets such a bad rap because there are so many terrible lavenders out there. People think that lavender is like sickly sweet and a bit nauseous or something, like an old aunt with talcum powder. Do you have talcum powder in the States? Like old lady smell. And it's nothing like that. Lavender is fresh. And like lavender literally means to clean in Latin. Yeah, it's, it's a heart oil, it's a floral, so it's a hot oil. It's just such a beautiful oil to start with. It's so easy to start with, so gentle. You can use it in pregnancy, with babies, with the elderly. Frankincense and lavender are just such easy oils to start with, and wild orange because it's emotionally uplifting, but it really holds you as well in times of, a lot of anxiety. There's a lot of feelings of anxiousness out there.
And what about for pain? Because you had mentioned that your husband uses it and has been managing his. I also know that, again, as parents, we can't be good parents if we're hurting all the time. So what do you recommend for pain?
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, again, so we have a blend called Deep Blue, and it's the Release from Pain blend. It has wintergreen in it, which if anyone boxes or has horses, they'll know what wintergreen is. It's just an incredible methoxylic, which is a natural aspirin, super powerful. It's one of the most super powerful aspirins available. It's incredibly the way essential oils work is because they are extremely fine molecules. They can move through the skin in a way that synthetics can't. So it really blows people's mind when they start to use essential oils because they don't understand, like, how can they be working so fast and so frequently without losing that effect. So that there's different ways of using essential oils. You can use them topically, yeah, which is amazing for pain, but you can also use them internally. And again, this is when you've got to be really careful on the brand. You want to be using oils that are 100% pure, certified for food grade use, but you can use them internally. And again, that is amazing at supporting inflammation, yeah, because it's inflammation that's causing the problem. Yeah, supporting inflammation. If we're in less pain, then we can sleep better. Yeah, if we have more sleep, deeper, good quality sleep, we can manage our pain better. People come to me because they can't sleep, and actually they have other issues that are contributing to that. So we've got to use a holistic approach. Yeah, there are too many people saying, oh, this one thing will fix this, and we need a holistic approach to looking at how we can support ourselves in many different ways.
I love that. It's so important because I feel like we are in a society where we want results right now and we want it to be simple. And sometimes things just aren't simple, and maybe you can get results right away, but that holistic approach is really important. I do the same with parenting. It's what I do with the Impactful Parent, of course. I don't just focus on one thing because I feel like it's the big picture that you really need to focus on. And so I get that. I really do. So if I'm interested in all of this, where do I go get my essential oils? Because like you mentioned at the beginning of this interview, they're not all created equally. And it does seem like when I go to the grocery store, those might not be legit. So if I need to be, I want to be safe, especially when I'm working with my kids.
Yeah.
Tell me, where do I go?
Okay, so you come to me. You come to me. Within this podcast, you're going to get my details. I absolutely love the fact I get to be your tour guide. Yeah, I get to be the one that leads you through, this journey to elevated wellness. I have given you a super cute little helpful essential oils guide that has got all my details on. You can email me. I'm georgia@georgiam.co.uk. I'd love to hear from your listeners. I truly believe that these can be a little key that can unlock so much healing.
Thank you for being here, Georgia. I really appreciate you helping the Impactful Parent community. And if you have an inspiring story and want to share your story with the audience so that others can learn from you, please go to theimpactfulparent.com/work-with-me and sign up. And if you want to become a more impactful parent, check out all that my website has to offer. I have parenting courses, family coaching, that app download and link, and lots of resources. But until next time, you got this, parents. I'm just here to help.